Hello students, welcome again in my channel. Let's study with Madam Sir. Students, in our complete series of English grammar, today we are going to study a very important topic, and the topic is the verb. What is the verb? A verb is a word that tells or asserts something about a person or thing. What is a verb, student? A verb is a word that tells or asserts something about a person or a thing. Student, what a verb may tell us? So, a verb may tell us three things. Number one, a verb may tell us what a person or thing does. For example, Hari laughs, Rani sings. So, what a person or thing does is told by the verb laugh or sing. Second one, student, what is done to a person or thing? What is done to a person or thing is told by a verb. So, what is done here? The chair is broken. So, the chair is broken. What is done to the chair? Broken. What is done to Hari? Scalded. Now, number third, student, what a person or thing is. The cat dead. So, what the cat dead. So, which verb tell us about the cat? Is. The glass full. So, which verb tell about the glass? Is. So, here student, laugh, sings, is broken, scalded, is. They all tells us about the verb. So what is the action of the verb? What a verb tell us? A verb tell us what a person or thing does. Second, what is done to a person or thing. Third, what a person or thing is. Now student, how many kinds of verbs are? There are two kinds of verb, transitive verb and intransitive verb. So one by one we will study here that what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. Student, first the intransitive verb. What is intransitive verb? A verb which requires an object after it to complete its sense is called a transitive verb. So what is transitive verb, student? A verb which require an object. It is very important that after verb there must be an object, and that verb is called transitive verb. Here there is necessity of object to complete its sense. For example, student, the man killed what? A snake. So a snake is what? Object. So killed is which verb? Killed is transitive verb. The boy opened what? The window. So the window is what, student? Object. And that's why opened is what? Transitive verb. Because here, student, the man killed. Here the meaning is not clear. The object, a snake, complete its sense. So killed is transitive verb. Second example, the boy opened what? The boy opened. It doesn't mean complete. So here, student, the window complete its sense, and that's why opened is here transitive verb. So it is clear here, student, that what is transitive verb? The verb which require an object after it to complete its sense is called transitive verb. Now next one, what is intransitive verb? A verb which does not require an object. A verb which does not require an object to complete its sense. Just the reverse of transitive verb here, student. A verb which does not require an object to complete its sense but makes complete sense by itself it is called intransitive verb. For example, the sun shines. So here there is no object and shines is here intransitive verb because the meaning is complete. The girl smiled. So the girl smiled. Complete meaning. So smiled is here intransitive verb. So it is clear, student, here that intransitive verb does not require an object and it makes the complete sense without any object. Now student, we are going to read some important fact about verb. Some important fact related to verb. Number 1. Most transitive verbs take a single object, one object only. But such transitive verbs like give, ask, offer, promise, tell take two objects after them. And what are the two objects? Number 1, direct object. Number 2, indirect object. What is direct object, student? Direct object, which is usually the name of something, anything, something. The indirect object, student? Indirect object which denote person to whom something is done. Direct object, thing. Indirect object, person. So here we have got a student that most transitive verb take a single object, but transitive verb like give, ask, offer, promise, tell, etc. they take two objects. And what are that object? Direct object or indirect object. Direct object is usually the name of something or indirect object usually the name of person. Now with the help of example we will get it. For example, student, here look at the example. This is first example. She gave me an apple. So what is she here? Subject. Gave, verb. Me. What is me here, student? Indirect object. Me is indirect object because it indicates person. An object. An apple. What is an apple? Direct object. The teacher, subject, told, verb, us, indirect object because it indicates person, and a story, direct object. He promised, he, subject, promised, verb, us, indirect object, and a holiday is direct object. So it is clear, student, that some verb like gave, told, promise, they took two objects. For example, she gave me an apple. Here me is direct object and apple is that. Me is direct indirect object and apple is direct object. The teacher told us story. Here us is direct object, story indirect object. He promised us a holiday. Us is indirect object, a holiday direct object. Why, student? Once again, me, us and us again. Here they indicate person and that's why they are indirect object. An apple, story and holiday. They indicate thing and that's why they are direct object. Now rule number 2, student. Fact number 2. Some verb can be used both as transitive or intransitive. So what are the verb? The verb walk. Some verb can be used both as transitive or intransitive. So with the help of these sentences, student, we will learn here that how some verb can be used both as transitive or intransitive verb. For example, I walk my horse daily. Here walk is transitive because my horse is the object. We walk in the morning. Here walk is what, student? Intransitive, because there is no object in the sentence. Second example, the horse kicked. Kicked is transitive verb because there is an object. The horse never kicks. Here kicks, student, intransitive verb because there is no object. Third example, the peon rang the bell. Here rang is transitive verb because the bell is the object. The bell rang. Rang is here intransitive verb because there is no object. He moves the table. Moves, transitive verb because the table is the object. The earth moves. Here, student, moves is intransitive verb because there is no object. So we have got, a student, with the help of these examples, we have got here that some verbs can be used both as transitive or intransitive verb. Here walk is used both as transitive or intransitive. Kicked is used both with transitive or intransitive. Rang is used both as transitive or intransitive. And the fourth example, moves is used with both intransitive or intransitive. So it is clear, student, that some verb can be used both as transitive or intransitive verb. It depends upon that they are accepting any object or not. Now, fact number 3, student. Sometimes intransitive verb used with a preposition and act like a transitive verb. Sometimes what happens, student? Intransitive verb are used with a preposition and act like a transitive verb. For example, he laughed at. Here laugh, student, laugh is intransitive verb, but here it comes with the preposition at, and that's why this is here transitive verb. Second example, she looked into. Into is the preposition and looked is intransitive verb, but here it is used with into, and that's why it is transitive verb. The Ganga flows its bank. Overflows its bank. So overflows. Over is what, student? Over is the preposition used here, and flows intransitive verb, and that's why it is transitive verb here. Akbar overcame. Over is the preposition here and came is the verb, and that's why it is transitive verb. So here that fact is clear here, that sometimes intransitive verb are used with a preposition and act like an object, because student here all the sentences here they have an object. For example, in example number 1, me is object. Example number 2, the matter is object. 3, its bank is object. 4, the enemy is object. And what are the preposition used here? First example, at. Second, into. Third, over. And fourth again, over. The preposition can be come after the verb or before the verb. Now, fact number 4. When a noun is used to modify a verb, an adjective, an adverb, and denotes time, place, distance, weight, value, then it is called adverbial object. So this is very important here, student, that when a noun is used to modify a verb, an adjective, an adverb, and denotes time, place, distance, weight, value, then it is called adverbial object. For example, student, he went home. So here he went where? Home. So home indicate what? A place. He can't wait a moment longer. So here he can't wait a moment longer. So a moment indicate what? Time. He swam a mile. A mile indicate distance. The watch cost 50 rupees. So 50 rupees, student, indicate the value. So it is clear here that when a noun is used to modify a verb, an adjective, and an adverb, and denotes what? Sometimes place, sometimes time, sometimes distance, sometimes value and weight, then it is called adverbial object. So here home, longer, a moment longer, a mile, 50 rupees, they indicate what? They are used as the adverbial object. Thank you, student, for watching the video. If you like the video, share it, subscribe my channel, and share with your friends and relatives. Thank you once again for watching the video.